If you're in this type of relationship, my advice to you is try and find a way to leave. I know that sounds like such an alertive or scaremongering statement to make, but it's likely that if you are in this type of relationship where it's anxious and avoidant, that's the worst attachment style that can be together. And it's likely that you will keep trying and you'll get caught in that cycle of push, pull, off, on, repeat relationship, and it's so draining. So if you feel that you are the anxious attachment in the relationship, therefore, you need reassurance, you need emotional check-ins, you need somebody who's emotionally available and who doesn't make you feel like it's a problem that they have to give you their time, or that they have to check in, or they have to maybe consult you on decisions, decisions that affect both of you, that is available for you, that doesn't prioritize their life and their hobbies, their needs and their time and energy over being together and having intimacy and closeness. There's nothing wrong with you needing that level of emotional intimacy for someone. In fact, it's healthy to be in a relationship where you are emotionally dependent on each other for that safety and that security and that comfort. It's proven that when people do come together, they become one unit, not two. So if your partner acts like you're not together, you're not coming together as a codependent, symbiotic, healthy union, and they go off and they do their own thing, and they're very kind of unavailable for you, they breadcrumb you, then that is going to really cause some toxicity in your system, in your mental well-being and your emotional well-being. So my advice to you, if you are in a situation like that, you don't know whether you're coming or going, the person is very unavailable for you, you're guessing when you're going to see them again, you might even be guessing, are you actually in a relationship with this person, even though you've been together for months, if not even years sometimes. They will put roadblocks in place that seem very simplistic and normal, but all it is a distancing strategy, such as a hobby that suddenly becomes like quite intrusive in the relationship. And they're busy, they have a very busy job, they have a lot to think about, they have stuff to do at home if you don't live together, they have washing to do, they have shopping to do, they like to go to the gym straight after work, which may take a couple of hours, which means that you miss on what might be important to you, which is family time or having meal times together. So all of this sounds very normal, right? Because we have lives. If we don't live together, we have things that we need to do in our life and in our house, and maybe extra stuff at work. That's fine, that's normal, that's acceptable. But when that's used as a distancing technique via the avoidant, who will do what they can to avoid closeness and intimacy, then it's just a strategy that they have in place. That is their strategy. And that activates, that stimulates this anxious attachment within the anxious partner. So they seek more closeness, which pushes the avoidant away. So think about that. What is the cycle that you're in? Comment below. Let me know if this resonates with you. It resonates with me because I've had experience of it. So I'm talking through experience. And I have been reading a book lately called Attached, which is so helpful. It's really helped the penny drop to make me kind of understand what was happening, because I had a tendency to think that I was the problem. Because what happens is the avoidant uses, their kind of so it's known as a deactivating strategy. So we all have a secure attachment style within us, yeah? So let's say our default system is to be secure, which is loving, vulnerable, open, available. When an avoidant attachment style then is formed through whatever reason, it doesn't have to be through childhood trauma, by the way, It can happen at any point in our life. This is the thing about attachment styles. They are fluid and they can change. So somebody may have been secure and something's happened and now they've become the avoidant. I've been all different types. So it's fluid. So that can happen at any stage for them. But what they have to work on is maintaining their avoidant attachment strategy. That takes work for them. So that's why they have to put these strategies in place. I'm busy, I've had a stressful day. Don't you know how stressful my job is? I still have to work when I get home. I want to go to the gym. I want to go and see friends. I need to do food shopping. I need to go and see parents. I need to go and see my friends. All of these things is their strategy for avoidance. And what that does, so it's their deactivating their secure attachment, so that their deactivating strategy is their avoidance. It's deactivating the need to be secure. And then that triggers the anxious person. It triggers their anxiety. They need more. They become this, they act out basically. So you might act out in anger. You might act out in frustration. You might act out in sulking, moodiness, all of those things. So that is your response to their avoidance, because you so desire the closeness, and when you don't get it, it can invoke feelings of shame. It can bring up your childhood stuff. It can just make you feel that you're not worthy, and it's a horrible feeling. So you act out, but this cycle keeps getting repeated because nobody's actually dealing with the fundamental problem. They think it's this surface level of, what's going on day to day. This come up with excuses. You don't get me. You're too needy, that kind of thing. And then the anxious might try and then change who they are. But it just does not work, and all it does is create this complete waste of time cycle that you get trapped in, and you can be trapped in it for years, and it really is not worth it unless both of you are prepared to go for therapy for genuine reasons and really work through your stuff, and then potentially you have a chance of working it out. I'll do some more videos on this, but comment below if this resonates with you and what your experience is.